rocking with the best. What's happening, DMV? What's happening? What's happening? You're not tuned in to Consider This Radio. Yeah. With my girl, Misunderstood. Let's turn up. Brought to you by way of me. Oh, Mr. I'm So Official himself. You know. Jerk. OBC Entertainment, man. We out there. OBC. Hit me up on Twitter at OBC Jersey, baby. I'm working. I follow back good. Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah. I'm so official. Let's go. I'm so official. Yeah. I'm so official. I'm so official. Yeah. That's my DJ. Yeah. Consider this. 3 o'clock, she on the radio, spinning nothing but them hits. Call the line, get your request in. She play it if it's poppin'. It ain't just about the music, though. She keeps some hot topics. Told me, Jersey, I need a drop. I said it's on the way. I got ya, hottest DJ in the land. You won't find that hotter, tighter, rapping for the free. Get at her, she open doors. Get out of Consider This on Twitter or ConsiderDis.org. Long as you ain't hating, tune in and turn it up. I promise it's so official, you might never get enough. No DJ is doing it bigger. Shout out to Ross and Jigger. It's time to start the show. You've been officially considered.
Misunderstood, you know she got it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. That chick, you know she bout it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. That chick, you know she bout it. You know she bout it. You know she got it.
Yo, check this out. This is Peter Jones from SKE Records, and you're now listening to Radio on Fire.
All right, y'all. Welcome to RadioOnFire.com, where social networks meets talk radio. Thank you for logging on and tuning in, whether it's in your car or on the web. I am your girl, Misunderstood. And as you know, Radio on Fire is your home for the hottest news, entertainment, and sports. This is Misunderstood, and you're tuning in to Consider This. And today I have a very special, informative, say what you mean guest, Pebbles from Sports Talk Radio, only on Radio on Fire is in the building today.
Hello, everyone.
And as you know, Radio on Fire is everything. You know, we have sports, DJ shows. We talk about everything. I don't know how to sum it up. You can't sum it up.
Everything.
So if you are wondering how to advertise on this very special station, whether it's your product or your service, you can log on to RadioOnFire.com and hit the sponsor link, and you choose whichever show you want to sponsor, or you can just sponsor the radio station in itself. We have several recession-proof packages, okay, because they're starting as low as $50. So make sure you check this out. If you're listening to us right now on the web, you can just stroll over to the left-hand side and go to the sponsor us ad. And as usual, we're always in the streets. So we want to talk about the Lupus Walk of Baltimore. Miss Pebbles herself has got a group together, and she'll break that down.
Okay, so here's how it goes. I started doing the Lupus Walk about 4 years ago. And when you do the Lupus Walk, it's to raise awareness. We also raise funds to help find the cure. And it's every year you do maybe a mile and a half. It's not a really long walk, but it's a lot of information that you can get after the walk and even before the walk. Now, I do have a link posted. You can find that on RadioOnFire.com to join Team Radio on Fire. The Lupus Walk is September 27th. It was at, some of you may know, if you do the Lupus Walk in D.C., there's also one here in Baltimore, and it was at the Inner Harbor Rash Field, but it has moved. So that's the update I received in the email today. It has moved to Patterson Park. So they didn't give me a starting point, but it is at Patterson Park. Same day. You can, if you don't register online, you can register there at 8:30, and the walk begins at 9:30. Online, you can donate as little as, I believe, $1. I've never done $1, so I've always done more than $1. Like, what are you talking about? So you can donate at least $1 or $5. It doesn't come to us. It will add to the team, but overall it goes to the Lupus Foundation to help find a cure. So.
All right, y'all. And Radio on Fire is definitely about the community. Most of the shows on here has their own separate projects that they support. So we definitely want to see you come out and walk. I couldn't do it, so Pebbles is going to help me do it before I leave Baltimore today so we can get it together. Unfortunately, now off air, I was singing a song and she asked me if I was crying. And I wasn't crying. But, when you hear this drink right here, Chris Brown, Usher, Rick Ross, the joint is called New Flame, and you don't cry. Okay, thank you for that. Only on Radio on Fire.
This is He's Known, and I'm from the Black T-Shirt campaign, and you're tuned in to Consider This.
They said drugs would make you cool.
Go in my room. No, shut up, Mom. Tell me to shut up. Get back here. Stay home.
Just say it to my face, dude. What? Just say it, dude. What? No, man. Say it to my face.
What's wrong with you?
Man, forget you guys.
Hey, wake up, CBS. Pay attention in my class.
They said drugs would make you cool. They lied. Find out the truth about drugs. Drugfreeworld.org.
This your girl, Lady M, host of MHTV, and I'm kicking it with Misunderstood on Consider This.
Every day, 14 children are killed by guns. If you have a gun, lock it up. If you don't have a gun, make sure your kid doesn't have one either. Take a stand. Stop the violence.
All right, y'all, we are back. Shout out to Foxy Brown. That was the sexiest joint when she was like, I'm from Brooklyn. You can leave your Timberlands on. And as usual, you're tuned in to Consider This, only on Radio on Fire, the home of everything relevant. That's going to be the new tag. Radio on Fire, the home of everything relevant. You also just heard, unfortunately, Michael Brown's mother speaking right after her son was shot down, unarmed, out there in Missouri, which was crazy. Right. We don't want to get too redundant on it because, it's been something that was popping off all week. But as you know, when you said something else came out recently, I seen the store surveillance in regards to him stealing the cigars. Did you see that video?
Oh, yes. But I'm speaking of even after that.
Oh, what did you see after that?
Because they're saying that although the police officer was chasing him, he turned around and they exchanged words. And he ran towards the officer. They're saying that he bum rushed him. I don't know. I'm hoping that that's not true.
Right.
And it's a video that someone posted, and the two guys are talking, and that's where they're getting it from. Like, it was broken down, the conversation. Guy number one says, guy number two says, and the guy number two, which was the one who wasn't recording, he said, man, that's crazy the way he bum rushed the police officer. Oh. So was he running in the guy's direction? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Right. I think the bottom line to that, I attended the protest on Thursday in D.C. We had a rally, and then we ended up walking to Howard University from Malcolm X Park, which is now Meridian Hill to all you D.C. Transplants, but it's Malcolm X Park. And the rally itself was important. It's something that I've always spoke about. To me, it's community self-responsibility. I don't know if the cigars meant anything. I don't even care if he was volatile. The point is he didn't have a gun.
Right.
So that's like fighting fire, bringing a knife to a gunfight, right. In other words. Right. So what my thing about it is, what about the police having the rubber guns, tasing them? Yeah. Because normally old people die from tasing. Somebody so young. Right. Or I don't even think you should shoot them. I think you should have two different things when you're a gun, a taser, a gun, the rubber bullet. You have a real gun, a rubber bullet gun, because the person isn't armed. But I don't think that the person should be shot, period, whereas a bullet is going through their body. If you're going to do anything, I think it should be the rubber bullet when you're in like domesticated incidences, opposed to like robbery or something like that.
I try to look at things from both sides.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from that side as me having a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old. It's like, oh, well, maybe he could have did this, this, and this.
Hold on, y'all. And she don't look like it. Go ahead.
But I will say this. I did, a few years ago, I was going to try out for the police force. Now, thinking as a police officer, you're just thinking quick. This person is running. I don't know if he was running, but just to say if he was running in his direction,
right.
You have your gun out. You're not thinking, oh, this is somebody's child, and maybe I should shoot him here, and not. Your first instinct is, oh, I'm not going to get hurt on the job.
Correct. And I understand that you have to protect and you have to serve. I get that. But my thing is, the rubber bullet or the taser will stop somebody in him running to you and you visibly don't see a gun. You can tase that person or you can shoot that person with a rubber bullet and they're going to stop in their track. I mean, even if you shot him 17 times with a rubber bullet, I mean, he'll be bruised up, but he won't die when it's not visible of him having a weapon. That's all I'm saying. But I know that the police officer does have to defend themselves, but visibly,
it just seems to be a scary thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I was just saying, I was thinking about doing a ride along with a police officer just to see how it goes. I'm not going to think about what you said, possibly getting shot. But I was considering, because I'm in a crime group on Facebook, and the things I read is ridiculous. There are some police officers in there, and of course, if somebody come in and say, F the police, you don't know where all these officers come from, but they're on there, and they want to comment, and this, and this. But I said, what's wrong with doing a ride along? Maybe I'll do the ride along and see what they go through, but I still will never understand shooting him that many times.
If you lived in any hood, you know what they go through, because ideally, okay, well, I still do and have, okay, and you know what they go through. In the African American community, we just don't trust the police, and that's all well and dandy. But my thing is, again, with the boy not having anything visible, whereas he was trying to hurt him, I do understand the officer, if that is the case in regards to bum rushing. I do understand him having to protect himself. So my thing is, use a rubber bullet, use a taser. You will still be able to stop that person in their tracks.
Right.
Just like with Garner, I can't remember his first name right now, in New York, where he was choked to death. Eric Garner. And he was selling cigarettes. Like, I don't, like, you don't, what is it that's going to make you have to physically kill someone to protect yourself?
I watched that video. It doesn't seem like they were in danger.
You know what? I'm not going to say what I was about to say, because I have listeners of all races, and I don't want to be this, this Black Panther fighter. What I was about to say was going to be wrong, so let me not say it. But I will leave you all with this, because we don't want to be redundant and babbling on in regards to the situation. But someone at the protest on Thursday made sense. He said, we are bringing in officers which are military veterans, which are trained to kill.
Right.
That's all they know.
That's it.
And so his defense for the police officers were deprogram them before you make these people police officers, which is a difference from you being in Iraq or you being in Afghanistan, because those men are trained to kill, shoot to kill, protect yourself first, XYZ. They're not looking at it from a community aspect. And a lot of the cops, and I know in prior instances, the gentlemen that were brought up on the charges were vets. So I mean, and I know a couple of vets that if you're not deprogrammed, they are mentally their mental has been disrupted. We'll just leave it as that. And I've seen it. So, but I understand. So in regards to the police, if you're going to bring these vets in, which you should, because I don't think no vet should be working at CVS for $8 an hour. I do believe that they should be, in CVS some form.
I'm sorry.
Girl, CVS, yes. DC is like $8.25, which is ridiculous. But I do think that they should be in some form of enforcement. But I do think they should be deprogrammed before you put them in the community, because they're not at war.
Yeah, and they seem to believe,
and they still think that they're in war. That's just like a bad relationship. If your man is cutting his phone off, and you're somebody that you were with prior to, now you're going to be a little suspect of why you always got to cut your phone off. It's the same way,
right?
So you got to be able to deprogram. And counseling is very important,
and I think they need ongoing.
I think forever,
right?
Because you can always digress to that moment.
Yes.
So I think that's what you need to do. And that's just our take on it. And, you can hit us up on Instagram. Of course, mine is KonsiderDis and Pebbles.
I'm Pebbles_page.
Or on your Facebook. Is your Facebook the same thing?
Facebook is private.
Oh,
but
excuse me.
I do use my Twitter.
Okay,
and that's Tweets by Pebbles.
Okay, so yes, you tweet her or you put this joint on Instagram. We'll be posting up some questions, and you give us your feedback on what you think. But it's been an ongoing topic all week. At this point, it's so much speculation. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it.
Right.
But someone that has been spending a lot of time is Kalina. She's pregos, so I think she's pretty, even though they say that she's not pretty.
Who said that?
Plenty of people.
Oh, no,
I think she's beautiful.
Pretty.
Yeah, I love her.
Voice is beautiful.
Everything. She murdered it, just like this track. Murder.
I love that purple hair.
Yeah, the purple hair is everything, which I think is her favorite color because she has on a purple t-shirt. So we're gonna get into Murder by Kalina. Shout out to the whole Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That reunion is gonna be crazy.
Yes, I can't wait.
Me either.
I'm waiting.
I love my ratchet television. Only on Consider This.
Hey, this is Rona, and you're tuned in to Misunderstood on Consider This.
All right, y'all. You just heard Kalina Murder and a little bit of that Shy Glizzy, and you're tuned in to Consider This, only on Radio on Fire. All things irrelevant. Diamond K didn't approve that yet, but I'm just going to say it until he tells me not to say it anymore. Again, if you want to advertise for any of our shows or the station, period, if you're already on the website, then just look over to the left and look for the sponsor button. We do have recession-proof packages starting as low as $50. And Pebbles did speak a little bit about the Lupus Walk, which is September the 27th. Check-in is at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to let Pebbles tell you exactly what lupus is.
Okay. If a lot of people don't know what lupus is, but a lot of you do know what arthritis is. So lupus is just really another form of arthritis. It attacks your joints. It causes swelling. A lot of people that I do know at least 3 people with lupus. And I walk for them. Another one I just added, but I walk for the other 2 every year. And I've noticed their different complaints. Like if it rains, their body aches. So it's a lot of body aching as well, like I say, with arthritis. So it's, like I said, there's no cure for it. The only thing they can give you is like medicines for your pain. But once again, the walk is to help raise awareness and funds to help find a cure. So if you can get out to walk, it's you can register, like she said, at 8:30. 9:30 the walk starts. It's only 1.7 miles around the park, Patterson Park. So if you can come out, please, by any means, go to the website and you can join Team Radio on Fire. I'll definitely be there, and she'll be beside me too.
Yeah, I'll be walking. I'm gonna give you some purple, and we'll walk in there. Give everybody the link address to log on to.
You can just go to RadioOnFire.com to get the link to just make sure you when you do the team, when you join the team, make sure it's Radio on Fire and not someone else. We want you on Radio on Fire's team.
All right. So if, again, you're on the website, then you just check out one of our search engines and you'll be able to click on the link that's going to be able to help you log on to. If you're in your car, then you need to log on your smartphone when you're at a stoplight and go ahead and register. And
when you're parked.
Do the stoplight. Some of them long. We got long stoplights in DC. Shoot, you can order a pizza at a stoplight. So we're gonna tell them to do that.
Okay.
You do that there, and then if you're on SoundCloud, you just open a new browser, log on to Radio on Fire, and register for the walk. We'll be right back with one of our topics today, which is the 10 lowest paid college degrees. Again, we're all things relevant, only on Radio on Fire.
Hey, Mom. Remember me? Look at me sucking down those French fries. Great parenting, Mom. Why don't you pull your head out of your ass and feed me some freaking bananas? Giving this kid an order of fries is like giving him a pack of cigarettes. You have to make all the decisions for him. Child plus burgers equals... This is repulsive. If you take care of me now, you'll teach me to take care of myself later. I'd cry about it, but I don't want to get bacon grease everywhere.
All right, y'all, we are back. That was Ray J ATM, and you will need an ATM card if you're going to go to these colleges, which are only paying you under $30,000. So, as you know, everyone, has heard this statistics that college graduates on average is supposed to make much more higher than high school graduates. And unfortunately, that's not always the case. As we learned in the last 10 years, certifications could possibly bring you in $30,000 more than college degrees. Now, Radio on Fire is not telling you to not extend further your education, but we're telling you to do it smartly. So let's give you a couple of the degrees that are low paid. Although your degree may have cost you $60,000, for these degrees, you're not going to make that. So we're going to help you rethink it. The top 10 behavioral science, and behavioral science is it's a multiple disciplinary of psychology, biology, and social sciences. The average salary is $33,000. However, in your mid-career, you can make $56,000. Another one is general education, which I always thought never made any sense because that degree is just general education. You're going to get paid $33,800, which is the same thing you would have gotten in behavioral sciences. I didn't even know this was a degree, which is Parks and Rec and Leisure Studies. I don't know what college this is at, but they only make $33,500. We're not going to even discuss that. Communications, which is what we're doing.
Okay.
$33,300.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, one of our competitors, they only start you off with $36,000 if you work overnight. The one that's on Exit 17.
Overnight?
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Oh.
Culinary arts, which is interesting, they only make $33,000. I find it to be strange because if you're a private chef, you can make much more than that.
Yes, but is that a... Wait a minute, I'm just lost. It'd be a mess.
Y'all done messed her all up.
Is that the updated list, or is
that
just
this is from August 14th.
Oh wow.
So I don't know about the cooking one because we all know personal chefs and all these people that do catering, and they are very expensive.
Chef Robelais.
So, hello, Kitchen Cray. You got all kind. Everybody, mother make plates, so you can.
Chef Ramsay.
Yeah, yes. So I don't know about that one. Theological and ministerial studies, which is basically spiritual enlightenment, and this cannot be accurate either because pastors. Okay.
Yeah.
The church is a business now.
Yes.
I don't know.
Have you seen Preachers of LA?
Hello. Oh. Okay, because I don't know about that. Child development. I don't think we're going to do this list. Let's just name them and not even concentrate on them.
Let's talk about child development.
Because that's a lie. Child care for one child is maybe $200
a week.
No, I was going to say a day. Baltimore must be cheaper, but in DC, I know people that pay like $800 to $1,000 for one child a week.
Well, I didn't have the luxury of paying child care.
Well, I didn't either because I got vouchers.
Oh, you got vouchers.
Oh, I had a voucher, so I didn't have to pay for Drayden.
I didn't get vouchers.
Yeah, and see, in DC, the child can be 3 and go to school, so it wasn't for long. But yes, girl. So we don't agree with this list, but because we started, we're going to finish it. Social work is true, though, because, you have to be able to have your master's or higher, and then you have to take the LSW certification in order to make real money, because they're saying that that's $32,200, especially in a nonprofit sector. I don't know too much about the government sector.
I noticed here in Baltimore, they have people in the work program working at social service. So how much are, I guess they're just getting their little monthly check or whatever. So why do never mind, you can't answer that. I was going to say, why do they still get their whole salary? Because they're not really doing the work. They have their,
but it's considered more or less like the customer service kind of. Yeah.
I'm
You know how that is.
I'm going to investigate these social workers here in Baltimore.
Girl, we need to investigate this list because the number one lowest paid job is animal science. We don't believe you. You need more people because my dog's vet bill was $800, and I told him he will eat grass from now on because you would never go back to the doctor.
Well, you know, I'm trying to figure out
He's
how
gonna
I
have
can
to eat
put
grass.
mine on my taxes.
Yeah,
is that possible?
We're gonna ask somebody.
Yeah, we need.
You
to investigate.
should. They're expensive.
'Cause I'm paying vet bills and everything. So
No, I told
not
Stubby,
even for grooming, nothing.
I think you should. And I told my dog, you will eat grass for the rest of your life because you will never go to the doctor again.
Did you just call your dog a dog?
Yeah,
I don't
his
do
name
that.
is Stubby.
I don't do that.
I don't.
You heard me say my baby.
He's a
My
dog,
baby.
but he's not an animal.
Okay, I like that better. Okay.
It's a difference. So again, hit us up, KonsiderDis. That's everywhere. Pebbles is private, so she's gonna tell you what a response on this.
I'm not too private. I just want to keep my Facebook private
to yourself.
But I am on Instagram.
Okay.
Pebbles_page, and I'm on Twitter. Tweets by Pebbles. I'm still available though to social media.
And y'all need to let us know. I know my vet bill has been ridiculous. Child care is ridiculous. I don't know where this money is going, but clearly it's only going to the owners.
Yeah, clearly. But wait a minute, listeners. If you're from Baltimore and you know of a veterinarian, okay, that is cheap, okay? I'm going to say good prices. I'm not going to say cheap because I want my baby taken care of.
Yes.
But let me know, okay? I don't want to talk down to where she goes, but it is very expensive. So
you need to get health insurance. Do you have pet health insurance?
No, I don't.
You need to get that.
Okay, I'm going to have to look into that.
I'm going to send you a link.
It's too expensive, yes.
Yeah. So that's just that because these degrees are ridiculous and, you know, get your money up. And I always tell people when you go to college, it should be a career oriented degree opposed to just random degrees. Because if it's career oriented, like medicine, criminal justice, you know, you're going to be able to do that. Then, you know, you're going to always end up having a job. But these other
you
random
said
things.
criminal justice. So I'm wondering, with all the things going on with the police officers, do they really need a degree to be a police officer?
Yes, you have to. Well, I know in DC what they'll do is they send you to school for free.
Wow. Because like I said, a few years ago, maybe I'm not going to say a few. I'm going to say 5 or 6.
Wait a minute. You don't if you're a vet.
Listen, 5 or 6 years ago,
You didn't at all.
I did the test. I did everything. I was getting ready to do the agility test. And I was like, I have to do how many push-ups in how many minutes? And I have to do what? Okay, I'm not going to do this. So I didn't do it. I didn't follow through with it. But I don't have a degree in criminal justice at all. But
girl, well, I mean, if you say that, you got to think about nursing too, because I have a cousin that has been a nurse almost all my life, and I don't even know if she graduated high school. So there was a time where degrees weren't as important. It was experience.
What kind of?
She's a real
RN.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So she's received the certifications along the way.
Yeah. So,
but that's all she had to do. Like I know,
continued education.
I know
and
a lot of
you have to do now.
Yeah, I know a lot of nurses. Like if they've been nurses from their 20s, they never been to college. Like if they was a nurse and they were 20 and they're over 45, do a survey. I bet you they never went to college.
That is interesting.
I don't think they ever went to college.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So, you know, choose wisely. Always look into the National Guard. The National Guard normally doesn't fight unless there's like something robust that happens. You know, they normally stay in their community, and the National Guard would pay for your education. So think about that.
Always look into someone to pay for your education.
Hello, you got to look into it because I know I owe $26,000 and I am not finished school yet. So,
oh my goodness, free money.
You know what I'm saying? So you better find a way to pay for that education, which like Sally did from MMG. We're going to play ball coming up next only on Consider This.
Hi, this is Angela Gale from Black T-Shirt Campaign, and you're tuned in to Consider This.
Every day, 14 children are killed by guns. If you have a gun, lock it up. If you don't have a gun, make sure your kid doesn't have one either. Take a stand. Stop the violence.
All right, y'all, we are back. You're tuned into Consider This. And today's second topic are 11 things that turn women off. And we're going to read the list and give you some feedback on our own opinions. So far, we only agreed with 2. So let's see how this list goes. And we might have to stop doing lists because I don't care what show it is. Every time I do a list, I don't never agree with them. So we'll see. The first thing, we're going to do 6 starting off with this segment, and then we'll go into the last 5. So the first one was
he's a petty liar. Wow.
I personally think that should be 2 different things, because I hate a petty person and then I hate a liar. Do you agree with that being one thing? Is that one thing or 2 things?
They need to separate it, because I don't care if you're male or female. If you're a liar, that grinds my gears. I can't do it.
Yeah, even my child, I kind of lose myself when I find out she lying. I treat her like she was on the bus with me or something. 'Cause I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I can't tolerate a liar.
Now, he makes everything about himself. I don't know if I don't like that, because I'm kind of guilty of doing that sometimes. If he's not really talkative, I'm going to talk about me. How do you feel about that one?
Well, in my current relationship, that's not a problem, because we talk
equally.
Yes. So, he can't make everything about himself. So we talk equally. So I don't think that will be a turn off.
What about someone that's over judgmental?
I think I'm going to have a problem with that.
I think it's a short line between judgment and opinionated.
Well, it's a very thin line.
It's a very thin line. Right. So I don't know how we feel about. It doesn't have to be the line. It's that gray area.
It is.
Because I think you should have your opinion. And I think if we're discussing something and then you tell me how you feel about it, to me, that's opinionated. But if you're telling me that I'm stupid for doing it or stupid for feeling, to me, that's judgment. Right. So I don't know. Indecisiveness. I hate that. I want my man to tell me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and how many times to do it.
Right. And sometimes I may say, well, where do you want to go? And I say, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know because I want you to tell me where we're going.
Right.
So just tell me.
I do. I hate
what
that.
You want, how you want it, and when you want it.
Yes. I hate that because I feel like I'm in so much control over my whole life. So in a relationship, I would love for somebody to just be in control. That would be so much easier because I got to be in control over my daughter. I got to do the radio, community service, work, school. I got to be in so much control. So in love, I don't want to decide nothing.
Well, listen, I want some control. Okay,
I don't want none.
I don't know the age range of your listeners, so I'm gonna keep this PG. I want some control. I don't want you to have all the control. Allow me some.
I'm going to say what I want to say. But that's when you are in sync with somebody, right? Because if you are in sync with that person, then it wouldn't be so far-fetched of his control. Like you probably would want to agree with that.
Right.
If you chose the right man.
Right. Got that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't be too much, in my opinion. Now, we don't understand this. The rule to service workers.
It depends on your definition. Let me not say your definition. Your situation. Because it says like service workers. Like, what do you mean? The waiter not coming back to my table because
I'm probably gonna be the first one to be rude about that.
That's gonna be me.
I don't play with my food
because I will get our meal for free.
Yeah, nor my money.
Where's your manager?
Yeah, I don't do middlemen. Look, I don't even talk to principals at my daughter's school. I need to know the director's email and phone number. I don't talk to principals. I'm not talking to the team. I need the director. So more than likely, I think that would be me.
I need your boss.
Yeah.
Well, where's your? Because I've done it. Like I took my kids out to buy Pebbles, and I felt like, wait a minute, you brought everyone's food out, and my son is sitting here with his nothing, just his drink, and I'm sitting here like, I can't eat my food. I gave my son my food.
Right.
She still never came and brought out food.
Right.
So I said, I need to see the manager. She was like, why? Can you please get me the manager?
Yeah.
Because you do not bring everyone else's food out, and then it's one person just not eating. So we ended up with a free meal. The manager still brought me some more food, a free meal, and then we were able to go back.
Right.
For more free meals.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm an ass at that point. I think I am. I'm just so particular. So I'm an ass. I know I'm an ass. So I probably would turn somebody off.
Well, listen, I have.
That's why I don't go out to eat. I like to cook at home because I'm so picky. And
Yes,
like if
I
it's
am
a
picky.
first date, before he has to love me before we can go out too often. But I'm a work in progress because I don't want to irritate him if I really like him because I might not want the food. I'm going to send that pasta back. If the juice got high fructose corn syrup, I'm not drinking it. So it's just better if I cook at home.
Well, that
at
works
least
too.
I know that.
That
right?
works too, though. Maybe better.
This one should be number one. He has bad hygiene. What does that mean? Like, I don't even know. Does his balls stink? What is wrong? What is it? Are we only talking about breath? What could possibly be? How is this number 6? I don't understand.
It should be further up the list because if I can't stand your smell, then I can't get to anything else. I can't even like you, love you, anything.
I don't understand
if you
this.
stink.
Yeah.
Your breath, your arms, your feet.
Now
you said your balls.
The balls
definitely.
It can't be salty. I'm sorry, we can't do that. But the only thing about that is like I'm the little holistic, walking in the woods. So I don't wear regular deodorant. But my underarms don't stink right now, and I brush my teeth with baking soda. So I'm weird like that. So, I don't know, but I don't know about bad hygiene. But that should be number one.
Period.
Yeah, right.
I just can't do
You don't
odor.
want them to stink.
And I believe
necessarily
that's
have
why
to smell like YSL either. But you shouldn't stink.
Listen, stink
Unless
to me
you've been
can be
running.
almost anything. As small as smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like the smell.
I don't like that.
So that would be stink to me.
Another one is terrible wardrobe. And I think that is a person's opinion.
Yeah, so why is that on
Because if
this
you're
list?
not like a label person, what could be, what does he walking out the house say? I don't understand.
I just want to know why it's on this list. Who created this list? I just need to know.
Girl, an idiot. So we're going to be back. We're going to come back and close out with the last 5. And we're going to give our top pet peeves when we come back.
All right.
Are you going to be ready?
I have a list. I don't know. I did that in the order, but I have a list.
She said she got a list. I don't know. So we're going to get into that because this is important. Right now, we're going to get into some Trey Lala and the boy Bless with So Open, only on Consider This.
Yeah, you're now rocking with the best. What's happening, DMV? What's happening? You're now tuned in to Consider This Radio. With my girl Misunderstood. Let's turn up. Talk to you by way of me. Oh, Mr. I'm So Official himself. You know. Jerk. OBC Entertainment, man. We out there. OBC. Hit me up on Twitter at OBC Jersey, baby. I'm working. I follow too. Let's get into it. I'm so official. Let's go. I'm so official. Yeah. I'm so official. I'm so official. Yeah. That's my DJ. Yeah. Consider this 3 o'clock. She on the radio, spinning nothing but them hits. Call the line, get your request in. She play it if it's poppin'. It ain't just about the music, though. She keeps some hot topics. Told me Jersey, I need a drop. I said it's on the way. I got ya. Hottest DJ in the land. You won't find that hotter time to rap it for the free. Get at her, she open doors. Get out of Consider This on Twitter or ConsiderDis.org. Long as you ain't hating, tune in and turn it up. I promise it's so official. You might never get enough. No DJ is doing it bigger. Shout out to Ross and Jigger. It's time to start the show. You've been officially considered.
Misunderstood, you know she got it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. That chick, you know she bout it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. Misunderstood, you know she got it. That chick, you know she bout it. You know she bout it. You know she got
All right, y'all. That was UCB, which I don't know why I always get them mixed up with TCB, but that was Sexy Ladies because that's what we are today. And then we have two more Sexy Ladies coming on after the show. So Radio on Fire is woman dominated.
Yes, we taking over.
This is the takeover right now. And Diamond K is like, yeah, whatever. He's over there, in his serious mode right now. He's in go mode, so we're gonna leave him alone. But it's definitely woman power all in the building today. All right, we got Sugar Mama Radio coming on next or after. We don't know yet, but either way. Either way, Monday is Lady Day, right? Monday is Lady Day. So far in the show, we covered Michael Brown, which was a tragic incident as usual, as well as the 10 lowest paid degrees. We're not going to say worst paid because all education is important.
Yes.
So the 10 worst degrees. Then we dibbled and dabbled into these 11 things that turned women off, and we didn't really agree with the top 6 list. But we're going to go into the last 5 before we get out of here. So you want to bring it in with the next one?
Not really.
Do we even remember where we left off at?
No,
because it's so not accurate.
We left off at wardrobe.
Okay.
Which is whack. But
it's wiggity whack.
It says, now this is the list, not my list, but the list. It says he's always on the phone. Now, do you mean he's always on the phone talking to someone, or he's on the phone handling business? I can do handling business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if this is my man and we're building something and I see where I can deal with the business, but not just the casual talk, because where's my time? I am a little selfish, so I want my time.
I think all women are. I don't care if he's on the phone as long as he responds to me. That's what I don't want to be shushed.
Right.
So you can be on the phone all day because I'm going to be on my phone. That is probably why I'm single. Men do not like that, ladies. I just want you to know that. The ones I've been dating don't like me being on the phone, but I still will respond to you. So my thing is, what's the problem?
But see, wait a minute. Here we go, disagreeing again. With being on the phone, it grinds my gears when somebody is on the phone with me and then they say, well, yeah, we can go there. Well, yeah, we can. But you're on the phone. Why are you talking to someone in your background? So it's like, wait a minute.
Okay, so you're real selfish then.
No, I'm not real selfish. I just think that is rude.
She's telling all her secrets. Well, I mean, like, if
you don't think that's rude?
Not if you're on the phone, I don't want you to have a conversation with me. But if I ask you something, I want you to answer.
Okay, well, I can deal
like
with that.
Like an answer and response. That's it. But we don't need to have a conversation. Like, I don't want to be like, boo, let's go to the movies. We can go see the 9:30 movie at this theater. Okay. We're going to go to eat. No, that's disrespectful.
So we actually agree there.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, just to ask a question and get an answer.
Right.
Fine. But I've seen people carry conversations.
They're being funny.
And then I'll say, click. I'll just hang up. Well, I don't say click because we don't click anymore. We don't have those phones. But I just hit that end button because it's like, are you talking to me or someone else? But let's go on to the next one, which is his eyes are always wandering. Now, I will definitely speak on this.
Okay.
Because this was interesting because I was out with my man last night watching the Ravens game. And at a certain time, I realized that there was a party going on at the Wednesday Inn. I was like, it must start around a certain time. So then all of these, females were walking in, some, with these little sundresses on, and
like a Hammerjacks.
I didn't know you wear sundresses to go out to. Yeah, like the reunion. Yes, I'm sorry, and just the attire, showing this, revealing this, leggings, this. Listen, to the fellas that are listening, we know when you're gonna look. We see it before you see it, but I don't have a problem with him glancing over, looking, but don't do it all the time. So that hasn't been a problem for us. It's been a few years for us, but I haven't seen that problem. But I would have a problem if you're just staring at the person as they walk away or whatever. But hey, that's just me. I'm looking too. Now, she may have on a nice pair of pants or a nice shirt, and I do have a shoe fetish, so I may be looking at her shoes. But if I see you just really staring, that's going to be a problem.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about it. If I'm uncomfortable, I think it would be a problem.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is finish up. Although the crazy thing is the URL says 11, but they stopped at 9. So do you want to?
They need help.
Yeah,
they
do.
They just need help. But I believe we stopped at wardrobe.
All right.
And then we went
to the phone.
What's next?
What's the phone.
Nothing but the phone. Listen, I'm always on my phone. I can't help it. Something is with this social media. If it's not Instagram, I am on Twitter or Facebook. I don't know. But if he's on the phone talking business, I'm okay with that. I am, but I don't expect him to be on the phone the entire time talking business. I need some. Listen, I'm selfish. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to be too selfish, but I want my time.
Yeah.
So I want some us time. So please don't spend a lot of time on the phone. But I don't know.
And I don't mind if it is answer and response. Like, I just don't want to be shushed because I'm going to be on my phone. I'm not going to complain about you on your phone because I don't want you saying nothing about me nor my phone.
But don't shush us. You can't
don't
shush
shush
woman.
Me though.
It's going to be the
or
worst.
Put your finger up. No, don't do that. Because I'm going to get even louder, and now we're going to have a conversation. Because this is just too much. Just respond to me. I could have been anybody, you know what I'm saying, with you responding. But don't shush me, because I don't like that.
I don't think any woman does.
No.
Okay, so the last one that they have listed seems to be his eyes are always wandering. Now, wandering, wow. I don't know how. Listen, we all have eyes, okay? Being in a relationship does not make you blind. And at first, it was just like, oh, whatever. But I was out with my man on yesterday, and he made a comment saying, I'm in a relationship. I'm not blind. I can understand that because I'm not blind either. So we can agree on that.
Right.
So looking is not a problem. It's the staring.
Yes,
if
staring
you watch
is
from
rude.
one point and watch this person walk to the next point, or you keep looking at this person, then that is a problem.
Staring is borderline like pedophile. It's a little creepy. Don't be a creep with it.
That too, because I've had older men looking at me, and I'm like, what are you looking at? My mother.
Don't you feel like you're gonna get worms?
Oh, I was getting say my mother and my grandmother always told me that old men give you worms.
I wonder, do you still get worms because you have Viagra?
Oh, you know what?
We got to do some research, and you're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to research that and then answer y'all.
Yes.
Does Viagra cut out the worms? Because Viagra is for men that can't, otherwise participate. So now that they can participate, would they still give you worms? Question of the day.
Listen, I'm gonna go with yes. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Oh man, old men just. And I always say, you're old enough to be my grandfather. Ew.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But since they only have 9, I might as well give one, and you might as well give one to complete this URL for this website that we will not name nor go back to for references.
Not at all.
So mine's would be, again, actions has to match your words. Otherwise, I'm going to drive you crazy because 1, I talk too much. 2, I ask too many questions. So it's just better that you do what you say. Therefore, I don't have to ask you the questions and we'll be good.
Okay, what I'm going to give is just all across the board. I don't do the 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine, they're all on the same one, okay? Now, liar was already given, so I'm not going to give you liar, okay? It was a few others, the hygiene, but I'm going to say one that somebody may not say, but I don't like those tell-all ninjas, okay? I'm gonna call you a ninja, okay? Don't go telling your homeboy or whomever what's going on.
You got to come back for that show because we're going to do that show. If somebody has said that when you tell your friend all about your man, and then that's how they end up sleeping together.
Oh, that too, and they also end up when you tell them all the bad things that are going on, and then I'm not dealing with him no more. And then what happens? You get back with him, and then what do they say? She's so dumb. Then she go right back with. So I don't like when guys do that either.
No,
that's a turn off for me if a guy go tell his friends what's going on with us.
But do you do it?
No, I refuse to because I don't want my friends to look at me and say, "Oh, well, she said all this bad stuff about him, but look, she right back with him." Okay. I would never like.
We're gonna leave it as that.
Okay, let's leave it at
that. We gotta talk about that. Now, what was your next one? Because that's a good one.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but I have to go here. Okay, let me tell you what kind of turns me off a little is when we're out and about. You see someone you know, and I'm just standing there. You don't even look to me and say, "Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't like that. You don't have to introduce me as your woman or whatever, but at least acknowledge that you're even with me. Like I'm just standing there. That. You know, I'm learning too, and we recently went to a birthday dinner of a child who was dating my nephew, and I was like, wait a minute, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I didn't introduce, and then I had to introduce because I was just like, I'm bad with that as well. Mm-hmm. But I didn't realize it until I spoke on it. Like, wait a minute, sometimes you don't really realize things until it happens to you.
Exactly.
So I was like, wait a minute, that was just so rude of me. So I don't like it. So why did I do it? So I'm getting better.
Yeah. With that. I'm bad at that too.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, okay? That's the best way to be. That's all life is.
He's still working on me.
Yeah. So we're going to pay bills, and we are going to be out of here with social content as well as upcoming events and times and hours of other shows.
All right.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
Yo, check this out. This is Peter Jones from SKE Records, and you're now listening to Radio on Fire.
All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to Consider This Radio only on Radio on Fire. Remember to get the Radio on Fire app, or you can log on because we are on demand anytime, anywhere. Just log on to RadioOnFire.com and download the Stitcher app. Available for iOS, Android, Nook, iPad, and in over 4 million cars. You heard it right. 4 million cars. Radio on Fire also broadcasts on iTunes, YouTube, and other digital outlets. So please take a moment to give us a 5-star rating or review. It literally and really helps us with our ratings. All right. I'm your girl, Misunderstood, and you can catch me on Mondays on Radio on Fire. And
I am Pebbles, and you can catch me on Tuesdays with Sports Talk with Pebbles.
All right, y'all. RadioOnFire.com, where social networks meet. Talk radio, and Sugar Mama Radio is up next.
This is He's Known, and I'm from the Black T-Shirt campaign, and you're tuned in to Consider This.